The threat for damaging wind coming to New England later today into tonight and tomorrow. Storm is coming from west to east. When you think of wind, think about two rooms. Think about 100 people in two rooms, right? What if there were 99 people in one room and then there was one person in the other room? Those people would naturally try to move and separate and spread out and get to the other room, right? If you're that one person, you see that room with 99 people in it, you're going to want to get those people to spread out and evenly spread out into two rooms. You'd rather have, and Mother Nature would rather have 50-50. That's what Mother Nature wants to do. It wants to spread things out. So as this storm comes through, it's going to look like a big herd of people in one room, right? Tightly packed isobars, like tightly packed people. And then into the next several hours, into the day Thursday and Friday, that's going to eventually spread out. People are going to want to move away from each other, okay? Think about this wind here, these streamlines on the map that I'm going to show you right now. This is a look at the wind forecast, okay, into the next several hours. And watch what happens here. You got your storm that comes through and all the wind with these tightly packed isobars. Those are the people that are tightly packed together. And then eventually that is going to break up into later Thursday and Friday. But first, you're going to have a lot of wind. New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, southern Maine, western Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, a bunch of wind coming through with this storm. It's not going to be a lot of wind and rain and snow. It's mostly going to be some rain showers to start here. You see that here moving into the western mountains of Maine, and then eventually upstate New York. Here comes the storm, right, into late today. And then quickly you'll get some thunderstorms to build through Hartford and Boston, snow up in the county in Maine, the western mountains, and even some wet snow in down east Maine. Not a lot of accumulation, but this is really more about wind and some rain, some thunderstorms, than it is about snow, except in the mountains and the higher peaks, the presidential range of New Hampshire, okay, the western mountains of Maine. Even the Carabasset Valley is going to see some snow from this. So this is not a big snowstorm. It's really more a big windstorm than anything else here. You'll see here, take a look at it, high wind warnings up for New York, upstate New York, back into western Mass and southern Vermont. You see that. But really, the center of the storm is off to the west here, so it hasn't really gotten here yet. So the wind is not up yet, but eventually this storm is going to push east here with a very strong cold front. So right now, this leading edge of showers through Burlington and Portland, Maine is light stuff. The heavier stuff will develop here and push through Harrisburg, New Jersey, Bridgeport, and Connecticut, okay? It is going to develop off to the west. So you've got cloud cover coming in now from the west. You see that here into Albany, New Hampshire, Portland, Bangor, okay? And eventually, we'll have more clouds come in from the west as this storm really starts to move very quickly, okay? And as it moves from west to east quickly, it is going to pick up that speed, and that's when the wind's going to pick up. So here is the storm, one of them coming in the next few days, that moves through upstate New York into Maine. Here's your tightly packed isobars. And another one is going to reload for Friday into Saturday. So the stormy pattern continues. Severe weather-wise, this is going to be a level 1 out of 5, okay? In the green, where do you see that here? This is a green, level 1, northern PA, most of New York, all of New Hampshire, all of Massachusetts for the most part, Rhode Island, all of Connecticut, level 1. It's garden variety outside of that in the lighter green. Garden variety means non-severe, okay? You're not going to reach severe parameters. Now, if you're looking forward to next week here, there's going to be a pattern change here as far as the coldest air of the season coming. This is a very deep trough digging over the East Coast. Very deep trough, okay? This does not mean a massive snowstorm. It is November 10th and 11th, okay? It's not going to happen. But you have a ridge, and remember, Mother Nature, what did I talk about? You've got a big ridge, which means you've got to have a bigger trough. Things amplify. So, okay, when you think about Mother Nature trying to balance itself, always think about the stronger this ridge is, the stronger this trough has to be. So that trough is going to dig over the East Coast. It's going to get very cold, even by November standards, okay? But it is not going to be a massive snowstorm Not quite, okay, but definitely the coldest air of the season for sure, with that ridge basically building to the west and then feeding into that trough, digging over towards the east. Now, if you want to follow along on Facebook, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you go to nappycast.com. I just posted the forecast right here for the snow. That's going to be in Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. Also on nappycast.com, the weather there is free. Okay, the video is a subscriber video, but everything else is free. All of the forecasts, the graphics, update them every morning. The forecast, the 10-day forecast, it's all there, right? Updated this morning, okay? For free, updated by hand every day. This is for Maine, okay? Inland coast and the mountains, okay? Veterans Day coming up, obviously, on Tuesday. That is a federal holiday. So I thank you so much for being here and watching along on nappycast.com and Jason Nappy Weather.